Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Collision or Hit. Hi, Tony Schiavone, here with Jim Ross and with Booker T. And today on Collision or Hit, we are going to talk about what happened yesterday on Friday Night SmackDown. Well, yesterday on Friday Night SmackDown, we saw Becky Lynch keep the TWF Allegheny Share winnings by beating, Autolycus, Medusa, and Shinsuke Nakamura. You got that right, Tony, Jim Ross says. That is what we saw happen. And we do know Becky Lynch is still believing that she's the greatest who ever did it. I'll tell you right, right now, Tony and Jim, the way I look at it is, she is the greatest. I mean, she got past all those other folks out there, so I think in her mind, she should say that she's the greatest. You know? So I think she should have the right. Alright, I'm coming in here to tell everybody that I'm the greatest. And I'm not talking about the Ernest the Cat Miller song either. I'm talking about the greatest who ever did it. You know? And at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you right now that I'm truly good, at those things. And that's just how it's going to go. And it's not only me saying that I'm the greatest. I mean, it's all these monthlies, it's all these websites. So I know I'm the greatest. And yesterday, I beat Autolycus, Medusa, and Shinsuke Nakamura. So at the end of the day, that makes me the greatest who ever did it. Oh, I don't know about that, Becky Lynch. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know about that. You say you're the greatest, but we never had that one-on-one match, did we? No, I can't say we did. And I know Shinsuke Nakamura, if we did... Hi?
Will you leave your nasty hamburger spit in the sink?
I
cleaned it.
Sorry. Well, great. And I know I would beat you like I did, all those other times. Oh, why don't we have that match? Then you can show you think you're the greatest. I will. Just need to get a fight keeper out here. And at the end of the day, I'll show you that I can beat you, though. Well, you can tell Booker T said he's already going to lose because he already fell down. Well, this match is for the TWF, Allegheny Share winnings. First, he is Shinsuke Nakamura, and she is the TWF, Allegheny Share fighter, Becky Lynch. Well, you would think that Becky Lynch wouldn't be willing to have matches with folks if she truly believes that she's the greatest, Tony Schiavone says. And body slam. Well, I guess that just goes to show that she's not saying anything about it, but she's doing it, Jim Ross says. But she likes to brag about how she thinks she's the greatest wrestler out there. And somehow under the belief that if a monthly or a website says so, she believes it if it's true. Well, who's going to gild her? Booker T says, if she says she's the greatest, I'm not going to go, rile up about that. Well, here it comes. She's ready to do the manhandle slam. But Shinsuke Nakamura ended up doing the Chilsaka. And she's down. Will Shinsuke Nakamura get the win? Tony Schiavone says. Well, if he keeps on, Becky Lynch will get the win, Jim Ross says. Coming up in the top rope is down on Becky Lynch. Here we go. 1, 2, and only a kick out. So, only a 2. I tell you what, Booker T says, he might get the upper hand on Becky Lynch, but when you're dealing with the man, it's hard to beat her. You know? And even if you do beat her, Booker T says, she'll make you yield for it. Well, it could be true about that, Tony Schiavone said. Shinsuke Nakamura getting ready for the kill Sasuke again. Here comes Jim Ross says, and Becky Lynch is giving him a manhandle slam. Looks like this one is over here. 1, 2, 3. Here is your winner, and still the TWF Pennsylvania Right fighter. Still the TWF Allegheny Share fighter. You know, Becky Lynch. Well, Becky Lynch has won, who has kept the TWF Allegheny Share winnings, you know, for another day. But it still does not make her the greatest to ever done it, Tony Schiavone says. You got that right, Jim Ross says. At the end of the day, it's only a belief, and there's no truth to it. Yeah, I think Booker T said after all of this, she should really have some time off, because she has been with every match this week. Well, you could be right about that, Tony Schiavone says. Take it away, Jonathan Coachman. Thank you, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. I'm going to be talking with Becky Lynch here today on Collision or Hit. So you've been you somehow still believe you're the greatest out there to do it. Yeah, I truly believe, Jonathan Coachman, and it's not a belief. If all these websites and monthlies say I'm the greatest wrestler out there, then I guess I'm the greatest wrestler. Well, that still comes down to a belief, Becky Lynch. Yeah, well guess what? You're not going to be seeing me for some time. I think I have the right to take a break now. After all the time I've been putting in this week in the Toy Wrestling Gathering, I think that I, should have a break. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So that's what you're going to do, yeah. So if you don't see me around for some time, you'll know why. Because I think at the end of the day, that I should have a break. And I'm the greatest that ever did it. Well, that's my talk with Becky Lynch, Well, back to you, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. Well, thank you, Jonathan Coachman, for talking with Becky Lynch here today on Collision or Hit. And that's all the time we got it for Collision or Hit. I, Tony Schiavone, with Jim Ross and Booker T. We hope you like Collision or Hit, and we'll see you tomorrow for Power or Might.